Okay, this video is to help you with the slide lesson over volume of a cylinder. Okay, if you're home quarantined, um, hopefully this will help you get started and to complete this. Okay, we're going to look at volume of a cylinder, and we're going to use a formula. Okay, this first slide is to just get you to thinking about where the formula comes from. Okay, please do this slide first. Pause the video and then unpause and then see if you're understanding this. I mean, don't just go right along with me, okay? Okay, but I'll do that now. Volume is the number of cubes that fill up an object or that it would take to build an object, okay, a solid. Okay, so volume is the number of cubes. Okay, and if I wanted to find the volume of this cylinder that has height 4 and radius 3, I want you to just kind of think about how we could do that. Okay, without using a formula, how could we do that? Okay, but the way we can do it, we can find the area of the base. We can find the area of this flat circle. You guys know how to find the area of a circle. Okay, the area of a circle with radius 3 would be pi times r squared, or pi times r. So I'm just using my calculator. I'm taking 3.14 times 3 times 3. So 28.26 is the number of little squares on my circle. Okay, area is the squares. Okay, now think about how many cubes would be sitting on top of those squares. Okay, actually there's going to be a cube on top of every square. Every square of your area of your circle, there's going to be a cube on top of it. Okay, so there's really going to be 28.26 cubes on the bottom layer. Does that make sense? There's going to be 28.26 cubes approximately right here on the bottom layer of the cylinder. Okay, question 3, how many layers of cubes do we have? Okay, well, if the height's 4, that means we have 5 layers of cubes. Okay, what is the approximate volume? How many total cubes would we have? Okay, well, if we have 28.26 cubes on the bottom layer, and there's 4 layers, we could just take 28.26 times 4 and get 113.04 cubes altogether. Okay, so that would be the volume, the number of cubes. Okay, I just wanted you to get an understanding of the formula, because think about what we did. Think about what we did to find the volume of this. We first figured out pi times r to get the area of the bottom. We took pi r squared to find the area of the bottom, which is the same as the cubes on the bottom. Okay, so we took pi r squared first, pi times r. And then we took that answer times the height. Okay, so the formula, V equals pi r squared is the area of the circle, pi r squared, times the height. So there's the volume of a cylinder, pi r squared height, pi r squared h. Okay, r is the radius, h is the height. Okay, now you guys have been doing pi r squared as pi times r. So you could think of this volume as pi times r times h. Okay, let's do a problem. Find the volume of the cylinder on the next slide. Okay, I'm giving you the formula. That's going to be on iLearn for you. You don't have to memorize it. Okay, I would first look at the picture and make sure I know what the radius and the height are, because I need those. Okay, the radius is 9. It's the halfway through the center. They gave that to us. Sometimes they give you the diameter, but this time they gave us the radius. The height is how high the cylinder is. Okay, 6 feet. Let me put h equals 6. Okay, put these numbers into the formula. So volume equals pi r squared h. You could think of it as pi is 3.14 times r times 9 times 9 times height of 6. 3.14 times 9 times 9 times 6. Okay, I'm just using a calculator. And I am getting about 1,526.04 cubes. Okay, cubes. So I got to label it as feet cubed. Okay, remember control period to get the exponent. Okay, so 1,526.04 cubic feet. Okay, try the next one. Actually, try the next two on your own. Okay, so pause the video, do the next two problems, and then check them. Okay? Okay, so the next problem, the pi r squared h is the volume. They're giving me a cylinder. Now here they're giving me a diameter of 8. Okay, they're giving me the height of 8, but they're giving me the diameter. So if I want to know the radius, I got to cut that diameter in half. Okay, the radius is 4, the height's 8. So I'm going to take 3.14 times 4 times 4 times 8. Okay, that's about 401.92 cubic inches. Next problem. Notice the cylinder is laying on its side. Okay, don't let that confuse you too much. Okay, the radius is still 3. I mean, it's still in the drawing. It's just over here in a different place, but it's 3. The 10, okay, the height is, imagine the cylinder sitting on the circle. Okay, if this was sitting on the circle, okay, it would be 10 millimeters high. You got to use that for the h. So r is 3, h is 10. So you're going to take 3.14 times 3 times 3 times 10. Okay, 282.6 cubic millimeters. Okay, let me know if you're having problems with that. Okay, I'm going to give you time to work on the next slide before you listen to me. Okay, so pause the video, read over the next slide, and then complete it. Okay, after you've tried it. Okay, a greenhouse has the shape of half of a cylinder and a rectangular prism as shown below. In order to air condition the building, the owner needs to know the volume of airspace in the greenhouse. What is the volume? Okay, this is kind of tricky. You want to think of this as half of a cylinder. See, it's cut in half. And a rectangular prism. Okay, combined together. Okay, one's on top of the other. Just combine them together. Remember when we found the area of half of a circle? Okay, we did pi r squared for the whole circle, and then we took that answer and cut it in half. So that's kind of what we need to do, same idea, we need to do with this volume of a cylinder. Find the volume of the entire cylinder, and then take that answer, cut it in half. Okay, so the whole cylinder, even though we don't have the whole cylinder there, the whole cylinder is going to have radius. Okay, radius is halfway here. See that, guys? Halfway from the center to the edge. It doesn't look like they're giving it to us, but they are. Look down here. See how that's 12 all the way across? That means it's 12 all the way across here. So that means the radius must be 6. Okay, the height is how tall it is. If it was sitting on the circle, it'd be 25 feet high. So the volume of the whole cylinder, pi times r times h. 3.14 times 6 times 6 times 25 is 2,826 cubic feet. Okay, but I'm only looking at half of a cylinder, so I got to take that answer and cut it in half. Okay, divide it by 2. I get 1,413 cubic feet. So there's 1,413 cubic feet in the half cylinder. Okay, I need to know how many cubes are in the rectangular prism. Okay, that's just length times width times height. Okay, they give you all three. the 8 and the 12 and the 25. Those are all the dimensions. 12 times 8 times 25 is 2,400 cubic feet. Okay, so if there's 1,413 cubic feet in the half cylinder, and there's 2,400 cubic feet in the rectangular prism, and I want to know the total volume, just add both of those up. Okay, when I add 1,413 cubic feet to 2,400 cubic feet, that gives me a total of 3,813 cubic feet. Okay, guys, thank you for completing this. Let me know if I can help you at all. We'll spend more time on this idea the next time.